Hello everyone, I'm Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here to talk about this Virtual Boy headset for the Nintendo Switch. So, I guess it was sometime last year Nintendo announced that they were going to put out the Virtual Boy games on their Nintendo online service, and with that they're going to have headsets that you could buy from their store. This is the expensive one, it's $100 I believe, and then there was another one that's made out of cardboard for like $20. But you need these to play the games. And I was a child in 1995 when the Virtual Boy came out, and I did want one. I played some games on like different kiosks and stores and stuff like that. I played Wireland and Mario Tennis. Those are the only two games I've really played on the Virtual Boy through those kiosks. But I was a smart kid, and I didn't want to waste a Christmas gift or a birthday gift on getting a Virtual Boy because it seemed like something that wasn't going to last that long, and it didn't. It was an abysmal failure for Nintendo. But when they announced this thing and it was going to come out on the Switch, and they had this headset that I can get for $100 and not spend the $500 or whatever it is that to get an actual Virtual Boy these days, I was really excited and I wanted to jump on it. And I'm going to unbox it and see what we got in here. But I just do want to point out, as I'm recording this right now, this is the day it came out. It just came in the mail a few hours ago, and the actual update for the Nintendo Virtual Boy games has not dropped yet. It should be tomorrow, and I'm going to record tomorrow and mess around with the games and see what happens. Let's go. But for now, let's see what we got in the box. Also, I kind of just want to keep it in the box like this. I just think it looks cool. Okay, got these inserts here. You can start off with the main event, I guess, because it's at the top of the box here. It is the headset. Look at that. Very nice. Man, it smells like 1995 in here. I can't see anything. But yeah, this thing is just a lens that is going to attach to the Nintendo Switch, and the Nintendo Switch is going to do some blurry thing, and this thing's going to interpret it as 3D. I'm assuming. That's got to be what it is, right? Kathy asked an important question. How do you attach it to your head? With the Virtual Boy, you don't. The Virtual Boy has a stand. Here's the stand. There's something else in here too. I don't know what that is. I want to keep the box as pristine as possible if I can.
Is there like a menu that says what things are?
I don't see any menu. Here is the stand. It looks about how like I remember it. Let's see here. So there's this kind of claw grip here. Yep. Look at that. And you got you can adjust the angle. And you got a locking mechanism, it seems here, so you can lock it into place. Nope. It's turning. Something's happening. Okay, there we go. Yep. There it is. The Virtual Boy was designed to sit on a table and put your whole ass head up into it and play the games. One of the many reasons why the Virtual Boy was a failure. And this is going to be very interesting to mess around with. I was hoping that there's a release here. I was hoping that they would include some type of newfangled mask, or not mask, but a strap to go around your head, like modern VR headsets, but they did not. They went straight for the way it was. Kathy was raising her hand.
I have a question.
What's that? So Kathy asked, you have to have a table at the exact right height to use that thing. The answer is yes. Yes. Yes, I'm still not sure what this is. It says Nintendo Switch on it. Oh, maybe this is I'm wondering. Okay, yes, this is exactly what it is. This is the bracket in case you want to play these games on the Nintendo Switch, as opposed to the Switch 2, which is what I'm going to be using, the Switch 2, so I don't need this. But it's interesting that they are putting out the Virtual Boy games on the original Switch, because all the other stuff that they've done, or all the other stuff I say, it's really just the GameCube. since the Switch 2 came out, the Nintendo Switch Online stuff has been exclusive to the Switch 2. That's probably a processing power thing. Switch probably can't play GameCube games that well. I don't know. Virtual Boy games, very easy to emulate, I imagine. But yeah, this is what we got in the box. I'm going to set this aside for now, and I'll catch you on the flip side. For me, it's going to be like 24 hours. But yeah, we're going to check out the games after this. Okay, it is the next day. I recorded unboxing this thing yesterday, and today I finally got a chance to mess around with it. I did want to show off how you actually put the Switch in here. So the screen's here, and kind of slide it that way, and you close it up, and you look at it through there. You can probably see there the redness from the original Virtual Boy is coming from these little the lenses here. They're not really the lenses, it's the little plastic covers over the lenses. Okay, like I said, the redness of the Virtual Boy screen is being achieved by that lens, because if you can see here, the screen is very fingerprinty. The Game Select screen there is in full color, so you get to see the box art of all the games here. They've got 3D Tetris, Galactic Pinball, Golf, Telluride Boxer, Red Alarm, some Japanese game I've never heard of. I've messed around with it. It's like a first-person, maybe like a horror game type of thing. It's like Ines House, and the star of the show, Wario Land on the Virtual Boy. That's the good game there. But yeah, that's how it goes into the Virtual Boy, and this is what you see when you don't have it docked into the Virtual Boy housing there. Also, if you want to play this thing docked, you can't. If you have it docked into your system, your Switch dock, it will show this screen. Just can't do it. But I have spent a little bit of time messing around with some of the Virtual Boy games, and I can safely say that my neck hurts. We had it set out on our kitchen table, and it was just enough where I just had to do this just enough to play the games. And I played all of them a little bit. Wario Land I had played before, so I messed around with that the least. One I was most interested in was Telluride Boxer, because it is kind of a Punch-Out clone there. Not clone, it's made by Nintendo. But it is a Punch-Out like, but you have the ability to control each hand and block with each hand. So you can be blocking with one hand and punching with the other, thanks to the little triggers that the Virtual Boy had. They were just buttons on the back of the thing, but we call them triggers now, obviously. That was interesting. Red Alarm, I played a little bit of that. It's like they're Star Fox-like, but everything's just a big grid. And with that game, what struck me the most was how kind of crisp the screen looked. That kind of like seeing those drawn polygonal lines. Everything felt very sharp, and it just looked good. I was really appreciating that. And I remember like the old episode of the Angry Video Gamer talking about the Virtual Boy, when he talked about Red Alarm, saying it was hard to figure out, what path would take you to forward, because it's just a big behind the back ship, and you're going through this level with all these different structures in front of you. It's just all lines. And I was like, well, if it's 3D, shouldn't that, like, if there's a line right in front of you, that should tell you that you can't pass it. You have to go somewhere else. And for the most part, that bore out while I was playing for a little bit, but then there were parts where I was like, I have no idea what the opening is, where to go. So he was totally right with that criticism. What else? I played that little Japanese only 3DS game. It was like a haunted house. I had no idea what was going on. I was collecting candles. No idea. I played golf. I'm not good at golf games, even though I do like them. One of the things that really struck me when I was playing that was it shows like the rotating field, like of the hole that you're about to play. And I thought that looked really good in 3D and really crisp on the screen here. I want to sit down with a real Virtual Boy and compare the screens together, like to my actual eyes, not just look at videos online, because I have a feeling this is way more just crisp and sharp looking. Galactic Pinball was fun. It was pinball and had some nice little depth perception on the table and stuff like that. Oh yeah, 3D Tetris. I only played a little bit of that because the blocks, it felt really slow. There was a way to drop the box really quickly, but I was like, man, this doesn't seem fun at all. But yeah, I hope they keep updating us with more Virtual Boy games. There's not that many. Shouldn't be that hard to fill up the library with at least the Nintendo made games. I don't know how far they have to reach to get other publishers and stuff on board, like Jack Brothers, which was technically the first Shin Megami Tensei game to come out in America, which is like a weird top-down puzzle game or something like that. I don't think we'll ever get Waterworld, which was an infamous Virtual Boy game. But yeah, Mario Tennis, Mario Clash. Where are those going to come? Probably. Was this thing worth $100? Probably not. But you know what? I just had to have it. I have a lot of nostalgia for this Virtual Boy thing that I never owned as a child, even though it is just a huge clunky mess and the games aren't that good. Matter of fact, most of them are bad. And like I said, playing around with my 40-year-old neck, sitting at the table, couldn't last that long. Just wasn't happening. They really should have made like a little strap thing, so I just have it on my head and I could play with my wireless Joy-Cons and stuff like that. Anyway, that's been the Virtual Boy on the Switch and Switch 2. If you have any Virtual Boy memories, if you want to talk about some Virtual Boy games, there are not that many. We could talk about them. We could name them all 47 of them, or whatever it is. Please leave them in the comments, and please like and subscribe, all that fun stuff. I've been in from the Pix Pub. Peace out.